What's good, YouTube? On the Stitch back here. We just got done watching the Nintendo Switch press conference. And first off, all the Switch puns got old really fast. I mean, it was cool at first. Maybe the first time it was said, but after that, they ran it completely into the ground. Overall, I feel like it was an okay press conference or whatever. Some interesting things there. So we're just gonna jump right into what they showed us and told us. First off, we got the official release date of the Nintendo Switch. It will be releasing March 3rd with the MSRP of $299.99, which will come with console, 2 Joy-Cons, a wrist strap, grip, the Switch dock, HDMI cable, and an AC adapter. Switch will also be region free. I don't think their consoles usually come region free or anything. The Switch has a 6.2 multi-touch screen and 32 gigabytes of internal storage. I know that's pretty small, but it should be easily expanded through its micro SD card slot. One big thing a lot of people were waiting to see was the battery life, and it is reported that the battery life could last up to 6 hours or more, which is pretty good. But I wonder what will affect that. Like, will it just last that much if you're not really playing the game like that? And how much would it last if you're constantly playing the game? The Switch will have 3 different modes. It will have TV mode, which is just you having it connected to the dock, plugged into your TV like a normal console. Tabletop mode, where you will take the screen of the Switch and flip up this little kickstand in the back, and you take the Joy-Cons and use them like controllers, where you can also play with another friend on the same screen. And it also has handheld mode, where you attach the Joy-Cons to the screen and you just take it with you on the go. And then they went on to show off the Joy-Cons a little bit. First off, I must say, after seeing the prices of the Joy-Cons and the Pro Controller, I'll never complain about the prices of a PS4 controller or Xbox controller again. I think these prices are a little bit much for my taste. But when they showed off the controllers, they showed off this new HD Rumble technology they have, where it helps you get a feel for whatever's going on. Like the example they showed, where you could shake the Joy-Con and it could simulate the feel of having ice cubes in a glass. I thought that was kind of interesting. Also showed that the Joy-Con will have a infrared camera, and it also has a screenshot button. And they said in the future, the screenshot button will also be able to share video, not just pictures. Next, they went on to show off, well, not show off, but they took a minute to speak about their paid online services and their upcoming smartphone app. Their paid service will be launching in fall 2017, and a free trial period will start in March. During the free trial, you'll be able to play compatible co-op and competitive games online by signing into your Nintendo account. Online play will be free for Nintendo account holders until their paid online services launch in fall 2017. After the trial period ends, most games will require a paid online service subscription from Nintendo in order to play online. This service is only for the Switch. It will not affect online play on the Wii U or the 3DS. One of the paid features for their online services will be their voice chat, which is only accessible through the smartphone app, which I think is kind of weird. In this day and age, you just, like with the Xbox and the PlayStation, you just plug your headset into your controller and you just chat away. But for some reason, they opted not to put that into the actual device and just put it into their app. Maybe that has something to do with the battery life. Maybe it somehow extends it by not having it included in there. We'll just have to wait and see. Maybe that's something they'll go and add later on to the Switch. And for some reason, during the presentation, they didn't point this out. This was later found on the website, that you get a free game each month for having to pay online services, just like with games with Gold or PlayStation Plus. The website stated subscribers would get to download and play a Nintendo Entertainment System or Super Nintendo Entertainment System game with newly added online play for free each month. And you also get exclusive deals on games like discounts and stuff. So I seem like it's a pretty good service. Well, I say that now, but I could be saying something completely different once they release the price of this paid service. It could be a whole nother story once they show that price. And then They finally moved into the game. The first two games they showed reminded me of Wii games pretty much. The first was called 1-2 Switch. It's basically a bunch of mini games put together, but they wanted to put the emphasis on a new way of playing, quote unquote. Instead of focusing on the screen, you would focus on your opponent's eyes or whatever. Trying to figure out like their movements or whatever. Nintendo says it would make a good party game type, icebreaker type game, which I could see that. Like on like a little, I guess, retreat or some kind of event. I could see a Switch being brung out with 1-2 Switch and a lot of mini games being played. You could see that taking off. The second game they showed was called ARMS, which to me, that would have just been better off making another Punch Out game, because it just looks like a kind of like a Punch Out type game, but crazier, I guess. But yeah, that's not something I'm looking forward to. Neither one of those games are something I'm looking forward to, but I'm sure some people are. I seen a guy make a funny joke about the ARMS game. Said Nintendo's gonna release DLC for it called Legs. Thought that's pretty funny. After that, is when they really jumped into showing off some games that everybody was looking forward to. They showed glimpses of Splatoon 2, which looked good, looked like Splatoon. I know a lot of people enjoyed that on the Wii U, and are happy to see that coming to the Switch. I know a lot of people just thought it was going to be a port of the Wii U game, just a Switch version of it, but it's titled 2, like it's a whole nother game, so we'll see. After that, they showed the new Super Mario game, which will be titled Super Mario Odyssey, but sadly, this game will not be a launch title. I know a lot of people was hoping it would be, but for some reason it's not. And the release date for it, they didn't give an exact release date. It just said the holiday season. Then they went on to show some footage of Xenoblade 2. It looked pretty interesting. I know a lot of people looking forward to that as well. And then they showed a teaser for what is thought to be a new Fire Emblem game. I think they're saying the name of it is Fire Emblem Warriors, which is probably going to be like the Hyrule Warriors game that came out for the Wii U. So looking like that's going to be a Fire Emblem Dynasty Warriors type game, you know. Probably be interesting. Not something I'm looking forward to, but I'm sure a lot of people will be. And then they went on to show some things about Dragon Quest, the different versions of it that's coming out, and announced that Dragon Quest Heroes 1 and 2 will be coming to the Switch. And then they showed a teaser for Atlus's new game, their new Shin Megami Tensei game. They showed that there would be a new No More Heroes game coming to the Switch. They showed Square Enix's new game, calling it Project Octo. They showed some Skyrim stuff, which was expected. Everybody pretty much knew Skyrim was going to be on the Switch ever since the reveal. They also had some info about FIFA, but it's unclear whether it would just be a port of the FIFA that's already out, or will it just be a whole new game of FIFA made for the Switch. And then they went and showed the scissor reel of games, which is kind of good and kind of bad, because on a scissor reel you do get to see a lot of different things, but usually they don't show the names of what they're showing, so you're left just wondering, what was that game I just seen? Why couldn't they have told me the name? But on the scissor reel you can see games like Mario Kart, Street Fighter 2, which is a big deal to a lot of people. A lot of people pointed that out, saying they couldn't believe that was on there. Also seen a Dragon Ball Z game. It could very well be Xenoverse 2, or it could be a completely new game. We'll have to wait and see. And from the reveal trailer, we knew we would see something to do with 2K, NBA 2K, but it was thought it would just be 2K17, like everything else that's already out. But from the scissor reel, you get a logo saying 2K18. So I'm guessing they're just going to skip the current sports games that are out and just go into next year's sports games and release it on the Switch. You see some gameplay from Bomberman, from Tetris, Minecraft, Steep, and Sonic. Then they went on to close out the show with Legend of Zelda, which was a big hype moment for everyone. Everyone was happy to hear that it is going to be a launch title for the Switch. Feel like they really need that to be a launch title, since they're not going to have Mario ready. So far, what is listed are thought to be the launch games for the Switch. Going by the list of launch games, I don't really see the need to have a Switch on day one for anything other than Legend of Zelda. So I'm currently on the fence about making the purchase or not. But I say this now, but I did go ahead and do a pre-order last night for it, so I have to see if I end up keeping it or canceling it like I did with PSVR. I had the PSVR pre-ordered as soon as it went up. I ended up canceling it like a week before it came out, so we have to wait and see. So what did you guys think of the presentation? Y'all getting the Switch day one? What did you think of the games they shown? Any of them stand out to you in any kind of way? Disappointed by anything? Let us know in the comments down below. And be sure to like and subscribe to the channel to stay up to date with our daily content from On The Sticks. Thanks for stopping by.